She's got quite style, needless to say, and we decided to induct her into Behind the Velvet Ropes, and her dance card was punched every day this week.
We put her a little bit through the ringers and to see what she could come up with, and she came back with an interview with Scavullo, as well as an interview at the IF booth.
She went shopping at IF, and it's actually quite something to see.
It was a stretch for her to go shopping.
So tell me, what kind of customer shops here?
Oh my God.
Any famous people?
The whole
Any
world.
horror stories you can tell us
The whole
about?
world. Horror stories. I can't talk.
Like who tried something on and ripped your dress?
I can't talk.
Oh, come on.
I can't talk.
He won't talk.
I can't
We want
talk.
gossip.
Not for money.
Behind the Velvet Ropes wants gossip.
I can't talk even for money. But there
Well,
are
how
Linda
much
Ronstadt,
money?
Raquel. Well, how much money do you have? You know.
So Raquel Welch, I know
You know,
Cher.
it's just, but there's stories. Yes, Cher has a story.
Cher.
Linda Ronstadt has a story. Everyone was with Ashley.
I bumped into a few
everyone.
people myself. Joan
This
Jett,
is
I
it.
think, was here.
Joan
I
Jett was
saw her.
trying on, and Michael Jackson look-alike. Is his Toyota? Toyota? Latoya was here. And
Did she buy clothes? Because
Sarah Bernhardt.
She's doing all those nude Playboy spreads.
Yeah, she bought some nipple rouge. You know. She's big on that. And everyone passes through. You know, they all pass through here like breakfast.
What's the difference between fashion and style?
Oh, God, are you crazy? You can buy fashion, but you can't buy style. You know, fashion's easy. You know.
So even though you have money, if you have no style...
No, you'll just look like...
So if a woman comes here and she wants a new look, you can do that. You can help her.
You know, earthquakes, like every other event on this planet, are affected by the position of the stars. They're affected by the position of the planets at any given moment. Earthquakes, too, have horoscopes. Now, with a person, it's different. People have free will, especially if you study astrology. If you take a look at your horoscope and you see what's coming, then you can make adjustments. If you see an accident coming, you can take steps to avoid it. If you see some good luck coming, well, then you can push things to make things even better for you. But for something such as the Earth, well, there is no such thing as free will. Things just happen. So earthquakes tend to be a bit more deterministic. Now, let me say at the outset that just having planets in a certain position by itself won't cause an earthquake. Let's take a look at the first horoscope on the list. This is the horoscope for the Armenian earthquake in December 1988. Now, as soon as the quake happened, I set up a horoscope for it, and I tried to figure out what was causing that earthquake. I noticed that the planet Jupiter was right at the bottom of the chart. At the bottom, of course, is foundations. But the thing is, I was thinking about it, Jupiter by itself could not have done this.
Oh, weeping willow. Would you like to have a nice cold shake? Wow. Why don't you have shakes more often?
Well, they don't go on trees.
Oh, yeah?
We hooked up with Brett at one of the American Psycho's favorite haunts, Harry's Bar on Wall Street. We read through your book and calculated a top 10 list of the most frequently mentioned brand names. Came up in the book. And maybe if we went through these, you could tell us the significance of some of these.
Well, I'll give it a shot, but I might not even know any of them, but
let's give it a
see
shot.
what they are.
Let's give it a shot. Number 1 was Ralph Lauren.
Okay.
Does that surprise you?
No, not at all. Not at all. That seems to me to be... I mean, now, this was not... I never consciously planned that Ralph Lauren would be the number 1 status label in the book, but during that decade and during that time, yeah, that seems appropriate to me that most people would be wearing or talking about.
What do you associate with Ralph Lauren?
What do I associate with? Advertising. I associate the ads. I associate the very, you know, kind of intensely waspy, angular-faced men and women staring off into the distance and contemplating, I don't know, their futures.
Evelyn and I are by far the best-dressed couple. I'm wearing a lamb's wool top coat, a wool jacket with wool flannel trousers, a cotton shirt, a cashmere V-neck sweater, and a silk tie, all from Armani. Number 2 is Giorgio Armani.
Not surprising to me. It seemed that it was either Ralph Lauren or Armani, which most of the guys I met with were wearing or talking about or wanting to wear. So that doesn't surprise me either.
Let's continue down our list here. Next was the Sony Walkman, which is very prevalent in the book.
I mean, it's very easy to put that on and block out everything else going on around you and just seeing things, not hearing anything. It's not a bad metaphor, I don't think. But it didn't hit me until now. So, what's number 4?
Number 4 is the stage production of Les Miserables. Why Les Miserables? Why not Cats? Why not Phantom of the Opera?
I think during the time that this, the time frame of this book, and that seemed to be the show that everyone was talking about.
Number 5 on our list is J&B, which your lead character, Mr. Bateman, drinks when he comes into this establishment.
I don't know. That's a character flaw. That sort of guy would probably be drinking Dewar's.
Let's move on down the list here. The Tunnel Club. As opposed to other clubs in New York.
There seemed to be, when I was hanging out with these guys, an inordinate amount of Wall Street associated parties going on there. So that, and again, this does not reflect, I guess, my tastes in clubdom at the time, but again...
Well, we'll assume that, generally speaking, the book doesn't reflect your taste in quite a few things.
No, it doesn't. Which is actually the most complimentary thing anyone has said about me or the book so far.
Bill Blass comes out at number 7 on our list. Anything you'd like to tell us about Bill Blass?
I know nothing about Bill Blass, actually. I don't know. I don't wear any of his clothing, and I'm surprised he made it that high.
Rolex, Evian Water, and Obsession perfume are the last 3 on our list.
Whoa. I think all pretty much self-explanatory. What people were drinking and the way they kept time and how they smelled. Those 3 sum it up.
Tell us a bit about, say, what you're wearing right now. I mean, that's a nice tie, for instance.
Thank you. Well, the watch is actually a Guess watch. The suit is Paul Smith, and the shirt is no name brand from Los Angeles, and the same with the shoes.
And your underwear, would that be Calvin Klein, perhaps? Or?
I'm not wearing any underwear, so...
I'm inviting every one of you here and every one of you looking in by television to discover the power of God within you. Discover the presence of God within you. And when you discover the presence and the power of God within you, you can break the chains of anything that binds you. Because when you discover the presence of God within you, the power of God within you, then you become free. And as we like to say it around here, you discover who and what you are in God, and who and what God is in you. And then you are free. This is what the mastermind Jesus meant when he said, "You shall know the truth, and the truth will make you free." Again, a word from the scriptures. Greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world. The power of God within you. The presence of God within you. Combine to make you greater than any outside power or any slavery to any kind of habit that you may have. And many times, you know, people say to me, well, Reverend Ike, what are you doing for society? What are you doing? Why don't you have a drug program to help people get off of drugs? Oh, yes, I have a drug program. And I'm not knocking the other drug programs. However you can get rid of the drug habit, you get rid of it.
Then I've got a place for you. There's fun at every table with trick by you know who. There's lots of tasty food. Just the time might be there too.
A somewhat unique program, and it's called The Power of God in You.
Burger King is magic.
Find out it. Come on, with me.
Their magic makes it special. When you're with Burger King.
That's my drug program.
If you believe in magic, guess what the King's cooked up for you?
Tasty burgers, crispy fries, and great shakes on the side. That's impossible to do.
Still got magic's true?
Magic makes it special when you're with Burger King.